Hello. Hey. Not till at least 7:45. Yeah. A little bit, like just for a couple of minutes there was. But yeah, the last lightning strike, they say 30 minutes beyond that, so 7:45 at least. Yeah, it doesn't even look like it's raining out there anymore now. Yeah, I think we're gonna get pretty lucky because the way it looked, with the hail and everything. I don't remember what high school game it was, but it was just a few years ago that they didn't start until like 10:30 or something. I can't remember what it was. Yes. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. So, well, I get underneath. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna, we haven't started yet, but yeah, we're gonna do the audio from beginning to end. Oh, yeah, we're fixing to go live here and, start kinda updating everybody. Yeah. Well, who did? Oh, so when I said, hey, she'll probably have another opportunity to come back next year. Tell her that. No, but right now it doesn't even look like it's sprinkling, so I think we may be in the clear. Okay, we'll see you guys. Bye.
There is a second wave coming.
Oh, great.
Jeremy.
Holy smokes.
Well, that one's gone. Yeah, we're in the hook right now. So probably it's right when they get ready to start. Here comes the pour. Good times.
Okay.
These are the games when you want mud. It's wet and muddy.
So are we good now? Okay. I'm ready. Good evening, Friday Night Bulldog fans. We are at Chad Richardson Stadium in Edmond, Oklahoma, home of the University of Central Oklahoma Broncos. But tonight, it is the home of the Wagoner Bulldogs. Wagoner Bulldogs playing the Blanchard Lions in 4A state championship style. And Wagoner is actually considered the home team this week. So we are nice and dry in the press box. I am alongside John Page, and coming back from retirement is Ben McFarland. They're both here with me. We're going to bring the action to you live as soon as it starts. So you have not missed anything. I know it's 7:25, but you are okay. You still have time to get your favorite drinks and your favorite snacks because, well, even though right now it's clear, John, about 5 minutes ago, there was quite the deluge.
Yes, yeah, it came down hard. Little sleet, I think, was actually mixed in that rain.
It sure seemed like it. So you guys be sure to keep commenting in our chat room like always and interacting with us on our Facebook page. And Ben, right now it looks like 7:45. Well, actually 7:45 until the teams get to come out, and then we're looking at warm up, maybe an 8 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, I would probably say 8:05, 8:10 by the time they warm up, get ready, do the coin toss and all the official startings of the game. So as long as we have no more lightning.
Yeah, true. Yes. So that is the delay, not the rain or not even the hail. It's the lightning. And for every lightning strike, the clock, and they have a timer up here, it starts over. And John, I think it's every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes, and that the lightning strikes have to be outside an 8-mile radius.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. 30 minutes, 8-mile radius. Every time there is a lightning strike within 8 miles, the 30-minute timer starts over. So be sure to spread the word. Again, it's 7:27 right now. Appreciate all the over 100 viewers right now. We appreciate you guys. We know that this is only audio, and you're not used to that. We're not used to that, but we're going to have some fun anyway. And we know a lot of people have subscribed to the network NFHS that is streaming the video. And Ben, we've done this 2 other years of just audio, and both years in state championship games, we've had plenty of people say, you know what, we subscribed to it, we paid the subscription. But they also have their phones,
right,
and they're watching Friday Night Bulldogs.
Yeah, I've seen phones and tablets, actually. My wife actually brought her tablet tonight.
Okay.
So I don't know if she subscribed to the NFHS channel, because she's here live, but she'll definitely want the link to the audio only, so she'll be listening to us.
So the public address announcer is speaking right now, giving an update, so we're going to try to listen in. So apparently we have gotten the next lightning update, which just happened, just as the people were starting to come out back into the stands and sit down. The public address announcer has announced to please take cover again. So 30 minutes from now will be 8 o'clock when the teams are allowed to come back on the field. They'll warm up. So we're probably looking at about an 8:20 kickoff now. So for those of you who are still with us, be sure to pass that word along. About 8:25 is probably going to be the earliest kickoff that we'll see tonight. John, as far as a total reschedule, whatever, that's probably not going to happen.
I don't think it's happening because they have state championship games lined up tomorrow. I think sometimes some in the afternoon, some in the evening. They're lined up for Saturday, and this venue is hosting all of those state championship games. There may be some smaller classes playing a couple others, but I think they have maybe 8, 9, 10 games scheduled to play here. I think.
Yeah, I think all the bigger classes
larger
are
classes.
playing up here. So.
Right.
They got a whole lot of football to get in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, it looks unlikely. It's like tonight's our night. We're just going to have to wait out the storm. And the fans are restless. You know, they want to come back and sit in their seats and get it going.
Yes.
So now they get told to go back.
Yes. So, again, a little bit different setup tonight. All 3 of us are around our laptop, and so the voices may sound a little bit different, but hopefully they're coming through clear. I see a lot of reactions in the chat room. If you don't mind, if somebody would comment there to make sure that everything is going well for you at home. We've seen a lot of wow faces and surprised faces of the emojis coming in. So if just making sure that everything is okay. But since that last lightning strike, again, we're looking at about an 8:20 kickoff. Don't quote me on that. You'll be safe to go do some last minute chores before we settle in for a late night. Because Ben, we're probably looking at 10:30, 11 at the earliest ending.
Yeah, if everything goes smoothly. But the way some of the scores look from the year of these 2 teams, it may be even a longer game with lots of scores and lots of clock stoppages.
Chris Lancaster, appreciate that. And my brother Joe, sounds like things are going well for everyone. Scott Harlow, that's a name that both Ben and John will recognized his dad,
David Harlow.
David
son,
Harlow.
right?
That's right. Scott and Ian. Scott logging on. We appreciate him with the comment. So again, pass that word along. And we won't talk your ear off until 8:20. But again, right now it's looking at about 8:20 is going to be the kickoff. So pass that word along. Text whoever you need to. If you're a social media person, do that. And because again, most of the fans are still under the stadium. Got some that have come back out, but the public address announcer just came on about 5 minutes ago saying that there was another lightning strike. So we're gonna be here till the end, whenever that end comes. And again, we're probably thinking 11 o'clock when the final buzzer goes off. And John, of course, we're hoping that the Wagoner Bulldogs will be on top when that buzzer does sound.
Yes, that would be nice to get another gold ball added to the case. As I looked at radar earlier, there is another wave coming. So Mother Nature is sometimes our friend, and sometimes she kind of lets us have it. So we're not in control of that. So we just have to wait and see. Maybe it'll dissipate. Is that a weather word? Dissipate?
Yeah.
Okay, dissipate.
Sounds
Absolutely.
Sounds good? All right. All my years of watching weather, I think that's the weather word. So hopefully it'll dissipate and go away and not come this direction. And we can play football.
So this will be the 7th state championship. If the Bulldogs go on to win, obviously there's a ton of football before that declaration can be made. But Ben, if the Bulldogs win the 7th gold ball, but it will be the 9th. Yes, the 9th appearance for the Wagoner Bulldogs. First one being in 2000. Well, technically it's 10.
You gotta go
1945.
back.
That's right.
Post World War II.
1945 technically is the first Wagoner Bulldog state championship. If you are a Bulldog fan, John, that game was not played.
We had to forfeit it because our players had the flu.
That's
from what
right.
I read.
That's
Yeah,
right.
So we had to forfeit the game.
Rick Moore, if you are listening, his mother Betty Moore was a cheerleader at the time, and she was part of that. And this goes back to the glory days of FNB. She shared that story, had her yearbook from that era, and so I think they actually declared us maybe co-champions or something of that nature. Anyway, John, like you're saying, we did not play that game, but that is the first state championship appearance. Been at 60 years later in 2005 when the Bulldogs show up to the next state championship.
Took a little while to get back. had some lean years through there. So, but since that appearance back, it's been a juggernaut coming through Class 4A. So they've really improved the program over the last 20 years, and Coach Condit has done great things for the program and for the school and for the community.
Absolutely. That was 2005, the second state championship of the Wagoner Bulldogs, if that is. We fell to the Clinton Tornadoes that day, 20-7, I believe. And John, it's your alma mater, Memorial Stadium.
Down at OU, yes, sir.
That was back when OU and OSU were trading years back and forth,
Hosting the state
championship. And so that was the 05 year. Ben, it took a few years after that, quarterfinal appearances, semifinal appearances, and then finally 2010 was at OSU that year, and we were the state championship that year. And I believe it was Oklahoma City Douglas that we fell to, and I believe overtime or something on last play or something.
I thought it was Clinton because we beat Clinton in 2011, and I thought it was a rematch of the previous year's championship.
So the Clinton 2011, that was the rematch of the 05.
Okay.
Yeah. 2011 was the state championship that we avenged that 05 loss. So that happened in 2011, and that was the first gold ball for the Wagoner Bulldogs. And since then, well, actually, we'll go back to 05. I think that the Bulldogs have never had anything less than a quarterfinal appearance since 2000. Pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
And they had the longest win streak for a little while till Bigsby decided that
Yes.
just annihilating everybody in Class 6A. So still pretty good company to be in, to be the second longest win streak ever in the state.
Yeah, as
I mean,
crazy.
pretty good one going right now.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That was the craziest thing about it is the 14, 15, and 16, or 14, 15, and 16, a little bit into 17, or 15, 16, and 17. Either way, 48 straight we reeled off, and at the time was the state record that had stood for many years.
Right.
It was the 43 was the record, and the Bulldogs in the 2017 year had that happen. The 48 straight. Number 43 was actually against McLean, and Ben, I think you were with me that game. Night, so that would have been the 43rd, because, and if you remember this, back in 2017. Marshall McKinney, who, believe it or not, was the second Wagoner football player at that time that was diagnosed with cancer, had made his comeback and was back out on the field. They gave him the last snap of the game.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, he was. They gave him he was wearing. 43 was not his original number, but for that game, he was the first game back. Wasn't into full action, but put 43 jersey on to signify the state record of breaking it, and he took the last snap and took the knee. So those of you who remember that was a great moment in Bulldog history, and certainly for the McKinney family. And then Ben, 5 games later, the 48 straight, and then the 49th, guess who comes to town and ends our streak? None other than the Blanchard Lions.
Blanchard Lions.
So
They got us.
they were the ones to end the 48 straight. And the craziest thing about it, like you said, Ben, it was only about 2 years later, and Bigsby Spartans reeled off 58 straight.
Yeah, and I think theirs is still going.
I know. I think Jinx ended it.
Did Jinx beat them?
I think not, but I think that happened. Somebody, I think that happened at the end of last year, but that sure doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I don't.
Because they were state
I didn't
champions
think-
last year
Oh
too.
yeah, they've.
So they may still be going.
They've dominated. I know that.
Yeah, they've put together a program in Bigsby.
So we are here to avenge that 2017 end of the streak. That's probably been a topic of conversations at a lot of supper tables this week. And if you have just now joined us, make sure that you let everyone know that we are in a weather delay. It is 7:41 right now. And right at this moment, we've probably been about 10 minutes free of a lightning strike.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw one, but
So that puts us at after the teams get out and warm up once again, as they've probably been off the field for an hour.
I would say close to an hour. Yes. Yes, sir.
So they're going
So here, all the muscles that were warmed up
yeah.
are not as warm
Yeah.
as they were an hour ago.
I do believe that they missed the rainstorm that
Right.
came.
Yeah, that was
they were
fortunate.
They were already off the field by then, but now we're looking at this delay, and obviously we should be 41 minutes into this game, but we're waiting for that opening kickoff.
There's two things I really don't like. That's being cold and being wet, and I really don't like being cold and wet. So that's not a good combination. So that's why I was never a deer hunter. I didn't want to sit in a tree in the rain and just be miserable.
Well, we definitely do not have that problem here, Ben, as we are at Chad Richardson Stadium, the home of the Broncos of the University of Central Oklahoma. It's nice, warm, and dry up here.
Yeah,
I'd say it's 73 degrees.
it's perfect in the press box, so a lot better viewing from up here than being out there and cold and wet and uncomfortable.
Some of our students probably they don't care.
Yeah,
I see shirts off down there.
yeah, they're getting ready.
Our probably one of those is I can
Yeah,
see
I see
from
him.
here, one of our student members of the broadcast, Cale Humphreys. He's down there in all his glory, all that white skinny body of his down there on the front row with the shirt off. So we appreciate everyone that's logged on. Brenda, we're hoping that it stays away. It has moved out, but there's a possibility of a second wave to come through. Aspen, hopefully the feedback is gone by now. Jack Smalley giving a shout out to the Butlers and the Watsons, saying they've braved the weather and staring down Mother Nature as we speak. So 157 that have logged on right now, and we hope you stay with us for the end of the game, and we will keep you updated with the score, the clock, all the action here. We're still going to try to interact with you through the chat room and through our Facebook page. Maybe not quite as much as we did last week, because John and Ben, you've been with Friday Night Bulldogs long enough. Anytime the score gets out of hand, we veer off the beaten path a little bit.
Yeah, we talk about a little history, a little nostalgia, maybe come up with some stories and see who's we can communicate in the chat room and try to talk about things other than football. But hopefully tonight we'll just give you football. Hopefully we'll have a good matchup between the two teams, and we'll try to give our shout outs when we can and comment on the chats, because there's 3 of us here, so we got 4 of us here actually. So we got 4 sets of eyes to keep an eye on things, so hopefully we don't miss anything. As get ready for our 4A state championship football game between Blanchard and Wagoner.
Ben, there's one thing that we are positive of right now as we await the updates on the weather. The scammers are alive and well tonight.
Yes, they've been blowing up all of the Wagner pages with their scam links to the different broadcasts.
Yeah.
So
Don't be fooled.
As fast as you delete them, there's 3 or 4
Yes.
more pop up.
Yes. So that might delay some of the John, that might delay some of the interaction as well, as
Right.
we have to sort through
Right.
all of the scamming posts.
Right. Yeah, they know when to chime in.
Okay, we've got the all clear, but
Okay.
there's another storm
Right.
that's 10 miles away. It hasn't produced lightning in about 15 minutes, but the coaches want to wait and let it, rather than come out, get sent back again, the coaches want to wait. So we're going to wait for that one to get through.
Okay.
Nothing behind it,
Okay.
so we should be good to go after that.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
the
Ivan.
update.
Yep.
So if you were able to catch that was Van Shea Ivan. He is the media relations for the OSSAA. Just came in to give us an update. There is a second wave coming in. He said it's about 15 minutes away. Instead of the teams coming out, warming up, and then having to go right back in because of that storm, they are going to await that storm to come through, dump whatever is going to dump, John, and then
Right.
maybe we can get to football.
Okay. And then go, because there's nothing behind that one.
Yes, nothing
Yeah.
behind that front coming through, so that is what we are looking at.
So you probably got time to stick a baked potato in the oven.
Yeah,
Throw out a steak,
yeah,
Yeah.
season it, sear it, stick it in the oven.
yeah.
Lots of butter, however you do it.
You got plenty of time.
You got plenty of time.
So and that is assuming that we aren't going to get any more lightning strikes through this second
Second wave.
weather wave coming through. Probably now we're looking at, 15 minutes for the second wave to come through puts us at 8 o'clock. If we think that's going to last for 10 minutes, Ben, that puts us at 8:10, assuming that no lightning comes with it.
Yeah.
It looks to be moving pretty fast if you look at the
Okay.
radar. So it looks like it's just on the outskirts in the southwest side of Oklahoma City. So hopefully it'll spin itself right through here, dump a little rain if it's going to dump it, and no lightning, so we don't have to add that 30 minutes, and we can get these guys out here and get them warmed up and get them ready to go.
So if that happens, best case scenario, 8:45 maybe. We're waiting for kickoff as the weather comes through, the teams come back out, warm back up. We're maybe looking at an 8:45 kickoff for if we keep our fingers crossed. So, well, obviously we will keep you updated. Logan Clark, this is just the audio. If you're wanting to watch the video, you have to subscribe to NFHS, and I believe it's $11.99. Otherwise, we appreciate the 168 that are with us right now, and just want to remind everyone that this will be audio only. Jared Scott, we appreciate you logging on. He's watching from Cushing tonight. And for those of you who are still with us and haven't gone back to the kitchen, again, as John just told us, we've got plenty of time to do that. Heck, you might even have time to go to the store and pick up those steaks.
Yeah, go ahead and get knock some things off the grocery list. Besides just milk and eggs.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
something good.
yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Susie Cobbles, friend of ours that she's watching from Tulsa, Oklahoma. She is not a Wagoner Bulldog.
Okay.
But she is a fan of Friday Night Bulldogs.
All right,
So
all right.
she came to our house on Thanksgiving and she wanted to know what the link was for the stream.
Awesome.
So she's watching home tonight. So Susie Cobble, good to have you on with us.
Awesome. And for all of the others that have logged on, whether it's right now and you've been with us from